Good evening. We are live. Hi, my name is Frank Kramer. I'm the founder of Eat Like a Vegan Chef, and tonight I'd like to discuss what Eat Like a Vegan Chef membership is all about. And this workshop is all about, in a nutshell, what you would experience in my membership. Okay, so if you haven't joined me for a Q&A, if you don't mind, just introduce yourself and put your name in, where you're from, and so I know you're there. Okay, so what is Eat Like a Vegan Chef all about? In a nutshell, it is what you learn in there is structured into pillars. The pillars are the first stage to the fifth stage. The first stage is discovering. The second is adopting. The third one is plan it. The fourth one is adopt it. The fifth one is cook it. And the sixth one is master it. So all these stages are structured within this membership. It all starts with an 8-week extensive course where I sort of hold you by the hand and go step by step through each stage, which the first 5 stages probably take about 5 weeks. And then the 6th stage, which is mastering it, is where you learn every month a different skill. So for those of you who are new to vegan diet or plant-based, whole food plant-based diet, you obviously want to discover what it is all about. Okay. I have a funny question here. Someone is asking, why should you be a vegan? Well, there are 3 reasons for it. One is you might want to do it for the animals. The second one is you want to do it for sustainability. And the third one is for your health. So if these are the 3 reasons why you want to go on a vegan diet. I'm not talking per se vegan. I'm talking about whole food, plant-based lifestyle. And don't get me wrong. I'm not someone who is judging anyone. If you want to eat meat, that's up to you. I don't judge you on that, and that's perfectly fine. So I like to eat and live by example, and if that would inspire you, that's great. But if it doesn't, then at least I did my part in trying to live sustainably, doing enough for my health, and hopefully saving more animals. So that said, it's a good question there, and I perfectly respect that. Okay, so and that's why we have the first stage, which is discovering. Discovering is everything what you don't know about a whole food plant-based diet. So we'll go from, okay, I'm sorry, I'll answer, his name is Spazimoto. So he's asking, I mean, I wouldn't going vegetarian, but vegan is a bit too far for me. No, that's fine. You see, my course is, or my membership is not about trying to make you a vegan. That is the last thing I want to do. For me, it's important that I can inspire you by the food I cook, by the way I cook, the way I how can I say that? The way I bring it to the table. So it's you want to make sure that if you like to become a vegan or like to become a vegetarian, then I have the steps in place to go there. And so from the first stage on, it's discovering. Then the second one is learn it. So you want to learn as much as possible about what's out there. So for instance, I have a lot of my previous clients, they said actually the same. I do not want to become a vegan, but I don't mind becoming a vegetarian. So a lot of these clients actually became a vegetarian for the first few years. And then they realized, you know what, it really doesn't take much for me to become a vegan now. And so they took the step, and suddenly they realized the incredible difference how they felt. They felt so good that they said they would never go back. And but this is what this journey is all about. Try to go vegetarian. This is exactly how my course is structured. If you are a meat eater, then obviously you want to let go of your meats, and then your chicken, then your fish, and then you're a vegetarian. And then you go with this. If you like to transition to a vegan lifestyle, that's fine. If not, that's up to you. That's why this membership is all about that. So to come back to the 3 pillars, I'm sorry, the five pillars. First we discover, and then we learn it. So we learn everything what vegan or whole food plant-based lifestyle is all about. So it's simply people who don't know whole food plant-based, what that means is simply if you go in a supermarket, you would go to the produce aisle. That's where your whole food is. And you might say, wow, there's no protein in there. And that's halfway true, because every vegetable, even fruit has protein and carbs. So, but then again, there are a few tricks you do in order to implement your protein. For instance, if you eat 2 or more different vegetables, these vegetables have each a different protein. And if you combine 2 or 3 vegetables, then you have a complete protein. So then you might say, okay, hey, I add rice in the morning, or let's say for lunch, and I have beans for dinner, and that's fine. Your body actually saves those proteins in your body. So if you eat for lunch one certain protein and you eat a different protein for dinner, then for dinner your body combines those 2 proteins, and there you have a whole protein. It's quite a big science behind there, but it's scientifically proven that that's how it works. So there's a big big stage, I would say, where you learn a lot about food logging, about nutrition, about everything what has to do with learning what whole food plant-based foods entail. That also includes our pantry. So before we even go into a vegan or vegetarian diet, we have to clean up our pantry. And that I have structured in such a way that I give you all the foods you need, and I give you a list of foods which you should remove. You don't have to throw them out. You can donate them to your church, but you want to make sure that all these animal foods and sugary foods, processed foods, that all these foods are removed. Again, my plan, the first 8 weeks, go fairly slowly into the vegan stage. So you have a chance to finish some of your foods. Let's say you have whatever, a piece of chicken left, that's fine. Your first week of your of our 8-week vegan planner, you actually have the opportunity to eat meats or chicken. And then by the second week, we reduce it. By the third week, we reduce it. And so we are cutting it down week by week. And you are actually eating less and less of animal foods and more vegetables. And the more vegetables you eat, the healthier you become and the better you feel. That's the nature of this. It's just fantastic. So the stage number 4 is adopting it. So that is where adopting it is actually the week before we start our weekly program. And that's where I sort of hold you by the hand and show you what to eat, what to cook, how to cook, and when to cook it. So when we finish our pantry cleanup, we go into the adopted week, in the stage 4 week, and you'll get a list. And on one weekend, we are going to cook together. So we're going to have a live session just like that. I will be cooking in my home, and you will be cooking in your home. You will have all the recipes you need, and then we'll cook together. It is very, very important to understand that you need to prep for the next week. And so it's very, very important that you be prepared for your first week. So what we do is on that weekend, once you have all the recipes, you will go and we cook together, we prep everything together, and we'll put it into individual containers. So for instance, let's say we cook beans, we cook spinach, we cook potatoes, salads and dressings. So all of these items we put in individual containers, you freeze them, and then day by day, you just take out what you need. And you don't have to eat every day the same. You can eat something different. You can match anything you like. So whether you can eat, one day you eat sweet potatoes, the other day you eat rice and beans. And okay, let me first say hello to everyone who is here. Hi, Iris. Thank you for joining. Hi, Branch and Petals. Hi, Katie. Hi, Frank. We have Emilio in the house. Spazi, we had. I don't see the others. If you would like to introduce yourself, that would be great. So I know you're there. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment box, and I will answer them as I go through the program. So I don't know if some of you have missed what I said in the beginning, but the Eat Like a Vegan Chef program is based on 5 stages: discovering, learning, adapting, planning, cook it, and mastering it. So the mastering is more or less after the 8 weeks, where you get to learn every month a different topic. Meaning you learn, you learn nutrition, you learn baking, you learn recipes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You learn holistic eating, holistic cooking. On top of that, I have every month a different instructor teaching us, for instance, yoga. We have Reiki. We have fitness instructors. We have so many goodies as bonuses in this membership program. I'm so excited about this. Really, really excited. And so it's not only about eating a whole food plant-based diet, it is more about mastering it, how to get there. Just food alone is not enough to keep you healthy. But so it's very, very important that we exercise, that we do something for our brain. I'm a big fan of meditation. I meditate every morning. I exercise every morning. I think it's very, very important. And it just brings the circle of awesomeness together, so to speak. Yeah, so then stage 5 would be the cook it stage, where you learn how to cook the individual dishes. And that I mentioned it before, we'll cook the first weekend, we'll cook together. And then every week we have a live stream where you can watch me cooking, or I will answer all your questions about how to cook certain things. But I have a question and answer session every week, and probably 2 or 3 times a week, where I answer all your questions. So, for instance, if you are suffering from diabetes, or you would like to lose weight, then you have a goal, and we will talk about this goal. And every week we are trying to assess the situation and see if you have lost the weight week after week. So this is very important. And then I have to implement as well, I have to add to it that your why is so important in this journey. So once you join our membership, we will talk about your why. And same as Spazi said earlier, why do you have to go vegan? That is your why. That is your why. That is so important in this journey. And if you're not willing to do it for something, then you wouldn't succeed in this course. So that's why it's so important. You do it either for your health, you do it for sustainability, or you do it for the animals. As long as you eat whole food, plant-based foods, that's very important. This is not a membership where you become a vegan and we eat vegan, vegan junk food. That's not what this course or this membership is about. So it's all about how we maintain a whole food plant-based diet, and that will support our health. It's scientifically proven that a whole food plant-based diet can even reverse chronic diseases. So it's a very, very powerful diet. I don't want to say diet, it's a lifestyle. But so that said, for instance, if you're on a medication, when you start the program, you're being advised to check with your doctor. So you get your blood work done, and once you start the course, you're advised to check with your doctor every 3 or 4 weeks and see where you are. And as soon as you have transitioned to a whole food plant-based lifestyle, you will see that your blood results, your blood levels will improve. That's for sure. But it has to be maintained and by your doctor, so by a physician. That's very, very important. Yeah. So are there any questions so far? Let's see anyone here? Okay, Emilio, I just see that you have purchased the course. Thank you very much. I'm really, really excited about it, and I'm honored that you have the trust in me. Thank you so much. I'm very thankful for that. Thank you so much. He's a vegan for 3 years. I'm eager to learn more. Okay, great, excellent. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, so as I said, every week we are. This is very important that I say that this membership is all about the community. So as soon as we start, we are starting with a welcome party. Then the course is being released. Once the course is released, you go through your first module. Then once the module is, you have been through the module, we have a Q&A the next day. And once the next module is released, we have another Q&A. So we are always talking about it. Beside that, we have a private community on Facebook where we talk about everything we are, what we're concerned of. That community is all about coming together and helping each other. That's what this community is all about. It's a very powerful community where everyone has goals and everyone wants to achieve something during this membership. And as I said, some people would like to lose weight, some people just want to improve their health. But we all have this, the same kind of goal to transition to a whole food plant-based lifestyle. So that's the key here. And for instance, if someone wants to lose weight and he hasn't lost any weight in a first or second or third week, then we all come together and see, hey, what's going on here? What have you done so far? How can we help this person? It's a very, very powerful community. It's unlike anywhere else. In my opinion, you don't get it in any other company where they offer diets. I don't want to see any names here, but as you know very well, 90% of all diets fail. Yes, people will lose weight on the short term; they're all good, but on the long term, people gain all their weight back, and it's scientifically proven. That's how it is. Yes, there are people who lose weight on those diets, but as long as you eat animal products, you are bound to gain weight. And the reason why is that, as Dr. McDougall said, the fat you eat is the fat you wear. So it's pretty cruel, but that's how it is. If you eat animal foods, which are saturated fats, most of them, they're being digested. They go and they will enter your bloodstream first before all the carbs enter the bloodstream. And when the fats enter the bloodstream, your cells will absorb whatever comes their way. And if it's the fat first, the fat goes in. So once the carbs come in, the carbs cannot get in because the fat is blocking the way. That's when the insulin is being put in the bloodstream, but it cannot get in because the fat is blocking the cells. It's a vicious cycle. So if you let go of the animal foods, you don't have the fat, you only have the carbs. You have some fats, but you have mostly good fats, and they're plant-based. So, and this is such a small amount that your carbs will enter the bloodstream first, and you will have, you will see that your sugar will be absorbed by your cells, and that's how your body can burn off your sugar, and you don't have to increase your insulin. So it's very, very interesting, and this is how it works. A whole food plant-based lifestyle is, in my opinion, the healthiest way to eat. It is scientifically proven that excuse me, that we can, that a whole food plant-based diet can reverse certain diseases. Okay, so this is what the course is about. There's a lot of stages in there, and it's an interactive course. So once you join, I want you to be active in this community, because only that way you can have success. It's going to be extremely exciting once everyone is transitioning, and the results will be absolutely amazing. And you will see, when I first transitioned to a whole food plant-based lifestyle, it was just absolutely amazing. And it's I run a lot, so my running performance went from a pace of 10 to a pace of 7, and it's basically within 2 weeks. Just absolutely incredible. So the experience I had was incredible. That's why I said, you know what, I have to give other people the opportunity to learn the same. That's why I created Eat Like a Vegan Chef Experience, and I hope you will take advantage of that. So the transformation is absolutely incredible. So for anyone who wants to lose weight or excuse me, wants to improve their health, this is the perfect way to do it. Okay, I see Mr. Bolden. Hello. Yes, hello. Okay, do we have any other guests here? Okay. Do you have any other questions? Then I think I have covered most of it, what I wanted to say. Yeah, if there's any other questions, then as I said again, the registration is open until 11:55 tonight, and I hope you take advantage of it. And it's definitely a course or membership with a transformation, and that's especially for those who want to improve their health. Very, very important. Okay. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please put them in the box. Once I end this broadcast, you can still enter any questions. I will answer them tonight before the registration closes. Any other question, just put them in there and I will answer them. You can use our Facebook account, or you can leave a comment on YouTube or on Instagram, and I will answer them. Okay, thank you so much. And hi, Dennis. I have a start slow on this journey. It will be difficult for me to give up cheese. Okay. That is, I was the same. I was hooked onto cheese. I thought I could never give up cheese, never. And I'm telling you, I was a diehard cheese lover, diehard. I mean, I come from a country where we have tons of cheeses. Germany, Holland. Holland has, oh my goodness, so many cheeses. Now in the States, you get so many cheeses. But now you do get vegan cheeses as well. I'm not saying that I'm not sure if they're whole food. I have to look into that. But we do have, now we have vegan chefs who produce actually vegan cheeses. And they taste just as good as the regular cheeses. And they're dairy-free. It's absolutely amazing. But that's why the 8-week vegan planner comes into play. So you let go slowly of you. Hi, Stephen. Oh, nice to see you. Nice for joining. Thanks for joining. We're talking about cheese, how to let go of cheese. So that's why the 8-week vegan planner comes into play, where you let go of animal products slowly, one by one. Your first week, as I said, is you let go only of meats, of steaks and stuff. Then the second week, you let go of fish. The third, chicken. And then the next 3 weeks is all about letting go of dairy. So I know that dairy is the most difficult part for most of us, because there's a lot of people who already sort of ditched the meat. But and even vegans, there's a lot of vegans who are eating vegan junk food, meaning they eat all this salty stuff when it comes to, you know, salty sausages, vegan sausages, French fries, Oreos, or, you know, all these stuff. It's all vegan, but it has no nutrition in there. So what you also learn in this membership is that calorie density. We are eating foods which are nutritionally dense. They are not calorie dense. So that's the difference between any other diet out there. In my membership, you are eating nutritional foods that are low in calories. To make it a little clearer to you, all the foods you eat in my membership have less than 600 calories. So to explain that, even the most rich calorie-dense foods, vegetables, have less than 600. Maybe, you know, avocado is an exception. But and nuts, of course. Nuts are very, very high. So nuts, if you want to lose weight, you shouldn't be eating nuts. But so that's what this lifestyle is all about. You are eating low-calorie food, but high in nutrition. And that makes a big, big, big difference in how you feel and how you lose weight and how you improve your health. So, and that's how you improve your running performance. Especially important for you, Steve. You're a runner. So that's what this lifestyle is all about. And this is what I teach in this course. And it's a very, very extensive course. I've worked for the last 2 years on that course. And it's you will learn everything what I know. And it's I bring in a lot of resources, a lot of scientifically resources for you to go over. You will see what I teach is not just something out of the blue. That's my course is scientifically sort of proven. I have been certified on a whole food plant-based diet, and I'm just giving you the same knowledge what I have. Okay, so and that's what this course is all about. So Dennis, I'm pretty sure that at one point you are able to let go of cheese. And the reason I'm saying this is, in my first stage, you will discover why you eat cheese. And we're all eating the way we eat is because we have memories. And those memories they're linked to people. And those memories link us to foods as well. For instance, Thanksgiving, what do we eat? We eat turkey. That's just what it is. I mean, kids, babies, toddlers, 1-2 years old, they know what McDonald's is. They know already that they know the colors of McDonald's. They know the clown. They actually did a study that who knows the clown from McDonald's, and I think it was 90-something% of all kids knew the clown. So that is very, very smart for McDonald's, that they associate some kind of figure with their food, even though their food is not healthy. And that's why we eat what we eat. Not because we love it so much, but we have associated these memories with these foods, and we have gotten used to this. That's why we eat this kind of foods. Obviously, a lot of us suffer from food addiction. And those food addictions are your salt. It's a combination of salt, sugar, oil, and alcohol. And that's also, I have to say that as a chef, those 3 pillars oil, sugar, salt, acidity. These are the 4 pillars how we cook. We can transform any dish in such a way that any wine would taste to it. So that's how we can adjust the food so that the customer, the guest who sits at the table, has a spectacular experience on the table. That's what great chefs know. When you go to a top-notch restaurant and you get your food and your wine tastes exactly how it, it tastes so smooth to the food. That's your dining experience you want. That's how great chefs cook, and they know the secret. These are just the 4 pillars. But in my membership, I have a challenge because I'm taking out one of those pillars, or even 2 of those. I take out the oil and I take out the sugar. And sometimes I take out the salt too for people who cannot eat salt. So what do I have left? I have left all the spices, I have herbs, and I have my knowledge how to prepare the food in such a way that the food tastes. Then now it becomes really, really important how you cook the vegetables. That's why in my live stream, every Thursday I have a live stream. You see when I cook my vegetables, I don't put all my vegetables at once in. I saute the onions, the garlic, and then I put one vegetable after the other in, depending how long they have to cook. And that is the key to concentrate the vegetable, the vegetable juice, the vegetable flavor in that dish. And that's how I get flavor in it. And that's what I teach in this course. So there's a science to it. And that's it's not just transitioning to a vegan diet. That's so easy to say. Anyone could basically transition to a vegan diet, but they end up eating junk because they never learned how to go vegan or how to go to a whole food plant-based diet, because our eating culture doesn't permit that. We grew up where milk was a staple in our culture. Everyone remembers the ad with the milk mustard. That was financed by the dairy industry and in part by the government. So it's just incredible. But that's how we eat. That's how we drink. We grow up like this. Me too. Not knowing that that's not good for you. Milk is for cows. It's proven. A cow grows 300 pounds every week or every 2 weeks, and from the milk what the cows give her. So that's not normal. That's why our kids are so big, and it's just not sustainable. Milk is for cows or for calves. So, but that's a different scenario. But that's our eating culture. Our eating culture is how we grow up and how we've been influenced by the media. It's just that's how it is. And I tackle that in my first stage. And if you go through this first stage, you will understand, wow, I eat because of that. I eat because of that. We all have these experiences. And once we can understand why we eat, we can let go of them. We understand, okay, that is something I know now, and I can let it go of. And now I come to my next stage. The next stage is actually what I call my vegan cheat sheet. This is all the points you have to implement before you go vegan or plant-based. And for instance, that's letting your family members know that you want to go vegan. You cannot just go vegan or plant-based. I mix them up interchangeably. You cannot just transition to a vegan diet without telling your family members. You can't, because that is too much of a burden. First of all, everyone else around you eats meat, and you don't eat any meats or any animal products. That's how you have friction, and you cannot do that. It's not fair. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to you. And if you do it this way, then you have to buy double food, and it's not right. So those things need to be discussed. There goes a lot of preparation into going vegan. So that's what you learn in stage 2, and that's how my course is structured. Okay. Yeah, if there's any other questions, please feel free to let me know. And again, I will answer any questions later, also on Facebook and YouTube or Instagram. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I really appreciate it. Again, the registration closes at 11:55 tonight, and let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them, and I hope to see you in my community. And until then, okay? So thank you so much for joining, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.